My name's Adam Manaka and I'm the Financial Controller for Hi-Tech Oils. With our national capacity, we can now service Australian companies nationwide. Of late, we have now expanded into the New Zealand market. Here at Hi-Tech Oils, we receive premium base oils and premium additive packs. Together, with our highly trained staff, we manufacture over 500 premium quality products. Hi-Tech Oils is Australian made and Australian owned.
The streets of O'Higgins Park in Santiago are our stomping ground. It's time to write a new chapter in our electric racing odyssey. Across multiple continents, champions have been crowned, dreams shattered. But who will make their mark on the streets of the Chilean capital? Welcome to the ABB FIA Formula E Championship from Chile, where our street racing saga continues. We're in South America after 2 electrifying rounds in Asia and Africa, where the action unfolded like this.
In Saudi Arabia, DS Techeetah drivers Jean-Eric Vergne and Andre Lotterer were blisteringly fast out of the blocks.
Vergne goes to the outside, Da Costa's super late on the brakes, but Vergne gets it done!
But a drive-through penalty for both cars saw them drop out of first and second position, handing the lead to Antonio Felix Da Costa. Da Costa held off Vergne's fierce fight back for just his second ever series win. In Marrakesh, Vergne grabbed the early headlines again, but for all the wrong reasons.
Vergne goes for it out of nowhere, and Vergne spins!
While BMW I Andretti's Da Costa and Sims threw away a 1-2 finish.
What are you doing? They hit each other, Da Costa's in the wall and the lead is gone! What on earth has gone on?
Jerome D'Ambrosio was the beneficiary of that moment of madness, and Mahindra reigned supreme in Marrakesh.
All that means that your championship leader is Jerome D'Ambrosio with a 12-point cushion over Da Costa and Vergne. Alexander Sims is the top-placed first-year driver here in Season 5. Now, before we head down to the grid for Round 3 in Santiago, here's a look at what our 22 drivers will face.
The new Santiago street circuit is 2.4 kilometers and 14 turns, with the attack mode activation zone at turn 3. Fast and flowing over the first half of the lap, the tighter, trickier sections include a chicane for the second half. This section includes a surface change back onto bumpy concrete at 12, before 2 tight hairpins to add some drama in the last sector, and all under the blistering Santiago sun.
Time to head down to the grid now. After a qualifying session in which he was fastest by over half a second, Lucas de Grassi starts at the back of the grid following a penalty for an infringement on his in-lap in group qualifying. Championship leader Jerome D'Ambrosio was only 1 row ahead of him after a difficult qualifying session of his own, and Antonio Felix Da Costa starts down in 17th. Sebastian Buemi inherited pole after de Grassi's penalty, a first for Nissan Idams, with the top 10 grid positions looking like this. On row 5, Jose Maria Lopez for GOX Dragon, and Felipe Massa, the Formula One veteran for the Venturi team. On row 4, Alex Sims for BMW Andretti and Max Gunther for GOX Dragon. On row 3, Eduardo Mortara for Venturi and Stoffel Van Dorn for HWA Race Lab. On row 2, Sam Bird for Envision Virgin and Daniel Abt for Audi Sport. And on the front row, first-year driver Pascal Wehrlein in only his second career start alongside new pole sitter Sebastian Buemi. Now over to your commentary team of Dario Franchitti and Jack Nichols.
The third round of the ABB FIA Formula E Championship is about to get underway here in Santiago in Chile on the streets of the O'Higgins Park. Pole position, Sebastian Buemi in the Nissan. Alongside him, the red, white and blue Mahindra of Pascal Wehrlein. Third on the grid, Daniel Abt, championship leader, 20th.
The guys on the right side of our screen have a big advantage. They're on the clean side of the track, so expect them to make a decent start compared to the guys next to them.
Hashtag Santiago E-Prix is the way to get in touch over the course of the race. 45 minutes plus 1 lap. All 5 lights are on. And we go green in Santiago. Good start from the pole sitter. It's a fairly even start throughout, apart from Andre Lotterer, who's really struggled as they come down towards the first corner.
3 wide in turn 1.
And it is still the Nissan that holds the lead. It's very close between Daniel Abt there as they come through the left-hander of turn 3. Did he manage to make the move or not? It's Buemi leading. Abt is now in 3rd, Bird in 4th, 5th is Van Dorn. So pretty much as you were up at the front of the field. And it's going to get very tight here through turn 7. Is anyone getting shuffled into the wall? No. Now we get to the next tight part on the circuit, which is the chicane, Dario.
Yeah, this is where they kind of concertina up on each other. We saw a bit of pushing and shoving against Oliver Rowland. There's one of the Neo cars at the very back is trying not to run into his teammate, and Lucas Di Grassi took the shortcut through the chicane. He has to come to a complete stop. So his first lap, he hasn't made any spots. In fact, has lost ground to the leaders.
So through they come now. Up the inside comes Alexander Sims in the BMW, and that is him going past. And there's a big lock-up from Bird coming into the hairpin, and he makes it through. He's up into 3rd place. My apologies, it was Da Costa going past Gary Paffett for 16th position. But Buemi it is who leads. Wehrlein 2nd, Bird 3rd, Abt 4th, Van Dorn 5th as they come to the end of lap 1. Robin Freins with a big lock-up there. Everyone makes it safely through.
Is there any damage to that is the question. Then parts of the cars lying in the middle of the track. As you see, one of the Nissans going, Oliver Rowland going very defensive on Mitch Evans. Mitch Evans is going to try and go around the outside now.
Oh, Rowland all out of shape, but he just about manages to stay ahead. So Oliver Rowland in 10th place, Evans in 11th. That's a change of position, because Rowland started 13th and is now up into 10th. So that's actually a pretty good start for the young man from Barnsley.
This first half of the lap is so quick. You're not going to make many passes, but you can set yourself up to make a pass in the 12-13. As we see Tom Tillman, it stopped on track.
He's got a Massa-esque helmet, hasn't he? And he stopped right in the middle of the circuit.
Neo with big letters on the front of the car.
I was just trying to help.
Thank you.
So I think that'll bring out a full course yellow, I would have thought, where everyone will have to slow down.
Right here is where we have. We see one of the.
That is Massa. Did he get it stopped? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
We'll have to wait and see whether Tom Dillman can get going again. That's going to be the question. He's just
going defensive into 13. There's a bit of contact between one of the Jaguars.
Dillman does get going, so hopefully the yellow flag will go in and racing will carry on its way.
Okay.
This is a proper racing, because we saw in Marrakesh. Don't get too close to your teammate.
Here's a look at the replay at the start. All pretty neat and tidy from everyone. It's a very slow start actually from Jerome D'Ambrosio. This was the look into turn 1. And yeah, it was very, very neat, quite frankly. There's not really much to pick out from that, is there? What's going to happen here?
This is where we see the Neo locking up. Yeah, near the back. Now watch Lucas Di Grassi. Oh no, there was contact.
Yeah,
we did see
a bit of damage, yeah. It looked like the back of Nelson Piquet's car,
Oliver Turvey hit him, yeah.
This was the view on board with Di Grassi as he came down into
Watch how the Neo swerves across in front of him. There you go. Just fix the car.
Di Grassi's under investigation for this move. I mean, he came to a stop, didn't he?
But don't you have to give way to the cars on the racetrack?
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to wait and find out what happens there with Lucas Di Grassi. He's under investigation for cutting that chicane as they come through the hairpin of turn 13. The two switchbacks, Buemi ahead of Wehrlein. Those two very close together. There's a bit of a gap back, really, to Sam Bird, who's still in front of Daniel Abt. Now, Buemi going through attack mode. So Sebastian Buemi goes through the attack mode part of the circuit, and well, he might, because Wehrlein is right behind him. So you see on the left-hand side, there's 4 arrows there. That means there's 4 minutes remaining, and then when it gets down to 30 seconds, we'll get a running clock.
But importantly, Jack, he kept the lead.
Yeah.
He used the attack mode activation zone on the outside dirty part of the corner, but he kept the lead. Going to be feeling good about things.
Buemi in the lead.
From the middle of the track.
Wow, mind that.
Right on the racing line, yeah, going into turn 12.
How did that happen?
Look at the bumps as they go into the concrete part of the circuit. There's a lot less grip on this light concrete part of the circuit than you'll find on the darker asphalt that starts in turn 2. So the drivers are going to really compromise in their driving style and their setup. And you see one of the cheaters
trying to get past Freitz, not close enough there. De Grassi does go past Oliver Turvey. Here's a replay of Buemi then. So he had quite a big lead. Obviously felt he had enough of a lead to go through the attack mode activation zone and just come out in front of Pascal Wehrlein.
But look at Sandberg coming. This with experience.
2 to 5 at the moment. Starting from 2 to 5 at the moment.
Can't quite make out what that radio is saying. Maxi Günther also under investigation for cutting the chicane.
Massa going defensive.
Oliver Rowland is trying to get around the... Oh, he's wrestling with that one to get it stopped into turn 1.
But he got on the dirty part of the track, Jack, and tried to carry the speed again on somebody who's on the activation zone.
Maxi Günther.
Maxi Günther. Smart. He's got to use that to close the gap. Got to close the gap to Sims now. A bit of a traffic jam here ahead. Look at the tyres, look at the rubber coming off the tyres. We don't normally see that with the Formula E tyre. We've got lots of marbles on the side of the track. That means it's even more critical that you stay on line. You go slightly offline, it's like hitting ice, and you're going to meet that wall. There is no margin for error in Formula E, as you can see.
So 35 minutes plus 1 lap to go in the 3rd round of the season here in ABB Formula E. There is Sam Bird, as Dario was alluding to, in that silver Envision Virgin, well, purple really, Envision Virgin racing car. And he is right on the back now of Pascal Wehrlein for 2nd position.
And you see someone that's been in Formula E from the start with Sam Bird against Pascal Wehrlein in front of him in the orange and white car, who has literally never finished a Formula E race. Massive disparity in experience levels, but not talent levels.
He's done 1 minute and 45 seconds of racing, Pascal Wehrlein, as Bird goes through the activation mode, so he is now in attack mode.
We should point out, if you don't cross all 3 sensors, you don't activate the attack mode, you've got to do it again.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you hit the full activation zone. On board with De Grassi. So he now is in 18th place still.
These long left-handers, Jack, they're torturing the right-hand side tyres, particularly the right rear tyre, and that's only going to get worse. Somebody's slow, one of the BMWs on the left.
Yes, we'll have us. Oh, here's a look at Jean-Eric Verne as well. He's coming into the hairpin here. Oh, he's been lifted up and turned around. Who was that by? Didn't quite see. I'm not sure who was in front of at the time.
Gonna maybe hit the wall.
Is it BMW?
Yeah.
So I think it was Da Costa. Spun Jean-Eric Verne around.
That'll be under investigation.
They all went steaming in.
They all hit each other.
It was Lotterer. Lotterer went into the back of Da Costa, who went into the back of Verne. The dudes DS to cheaters, mounting one another just like a year ago.
But that's Lotterer's Santiago move.
Yeah.
Maxi Günther having a look at Alexander Sims of the BMW as we see Daniel Abt go through the attack mode activation zone.
So it wasn't Sims that was slowing down before then, it must have been someone was slow, wasn't it?
Da Costa.
Yeah, it must have been Da Costa.
I wonder how much he damaged the car in that incident, because he hit the car in front and then got hit behind as well. So there's got to be some bodywork damage.
So Sam Bird in attack mode now.
He's got to make a move here, Jack. You can't afford, when you're in the attack mode, to kind of stay behind. You can't afford to waste that advantage of that extra 25 kilowatts of power.
He's got 3 minutes remaining in attack mode, Sam Bird, in the Envision Virgin racing cars behind.
It's about 35 horsepower, so it's substantial.
It is substantial, it's 12% of the power, but you've got to also balance that with the battery usage as well. You can't just go nuts. Otherwise, you'll have to pay again at some point. That was close.
It sure sounded like contact.
Now, this is going to be, I think he's broken the camera. There must have been a touch there, because he's broken the onboard camera.
Great to see that shot again.
Here they come down the straight. Bird's got extra power. Wehrlein covers the inside. Lock up from Bird. He's through.
Has he gone too wide, though? Wehrlein looking for the... Nope. Oh, smart move by Wehrlein. Very smart move.
So you've got space. Eyes forward.
Eyes forward, says Stephen Lane. Wehrlein loses the place, immediately activates attack mode.
Smart thinking. Got put offline, made the best of a bad situation.
The Dragons?
Yeah, Lopez going through the attack mode. And
D'Ambrosio
doing it too. That means Robin Freitz is up into 12th place. So Buemi leading. Bird, here we go. On board with this is the camera breakage.
How much do those cameras cost?
If it's Bird, let's say €1 million.
That one's broken.
Put it on his tab.
And
Very late move by Wehrlein to defend from Sandberg. Sandberg's having absolutely none of it. But look at the car locking up as it bounces across those concrete blocks. And Wehrlein, very smart, very heads-up driving.
Yeah.
I'm on the outside, might as well. I've been slowed down, lost my momentum.
There are the details. The drivers are required to use it twice during the race in this case. They never know exactly how many segments they're going to have to use it and how long those segments will be until about an hour before the race to prevent using computer-assisted analysis of how it might best be used.
This
case, 4 minutes.
Sorry, this man, Eduardo Mortara, there, he is on a mission. He has managed to get him into 5th place. He's still got 2 attack modes remaining. He's got in front of Stoffel Van Dorn. He's got in front of Maxi Gunther. There goes Alexander Sims through the activation zone, and a couple of others as well. Mitch Evans, one of them.
What about Oliver Rowland?
Nelson Piquet.
Rowland might have missed it because he hasn't actually activated it. So Rowland might have not hooked it up because he went quite wide.
You can hear the rubber and the stones hitting the underside of the wheel arch when they go offline to activate attack mode. Look how close Sims is through the chicane. Maxi Gunther, that is. He's looking now. If you're Maximum Gunther, you're going to be looking to the left, trying to defend. Oh, can Sims do the switchback on corner exit? And then get in line for the pass into 13, as you see now. Gunther defends, but here comes Sims.
Oh, lovely dummy.
Fantastic, great racing.
Really good stuff from Alexander Sims. So he is now up into 7th place. And that puts Gunther under pressure from Felipe Massa. And then Massa goes in deep, and Oliver Rowland says, I'll have some of that.
And he pushes him in the wall. Rowland just pushed him in the wall.
Well, Oliver Rowland in Marrakesh said, who is this Massa guy? What an idiot.
Unbelievable. Okay, so we've got a bit of a rivalry with those two, would you say?
Price goes through, Evans goes through.
I don't think so. There's still
some damage.
Well, he was just saying on the radio, he said he doesn't think so.
Lucas de Grassi. Attack mode activation.
Will be finished.
And fan boost voting is now closed, by the way. We'll have the results shortly.
Look at this guy, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a bit harsh from Rowland.
It was a bit. Yeah, look at the steering is all bent, so Massa's suspension is completely bent. That car is going to be handled like a shopping trolley with a broken wheel.
The incident with Da Costa and Jean-Eric Verne is under investigation, but this is the battle for the lead. Sebastian Buemi and Sam Bird, nose to tail, both have used one attack mode, and they're absolutely together.
This is where the experience for these guys are front count.
You mean white? Confirm you mean white.
Into turn 1.
You know, as Bird turns it a lot earlier into 1. Buemi takes a much later arc into that corner.
Last 20 seconds or so of attack mode for Pascal Wehrlein, but he hasn't gotten Sam Bird for the position.
He hasn't even got close, Bob, has he? He's not made really any ground.
1.8 seconds behind.
Wow, look how close Bird was to the wall in turn 6.
The Costa
maybe yellow at turn 14.
Behind is quickest.
Last corner maybe yellow.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe Massa, who's ground to hold. Oh no! Maxi Gunther having a great drive.
5769.
And the car has ground to a halt, as it did many times in practice earlier on.
I heard some.
Mortara, and I think Alexander Sims have had a little bit of a head-to-head. Sims is up into 5th place. Mortara has been sent back a few positions now. Sims ahead of Mortara. Sims ahead of Van Dorn. Then Mortara in 7th. So Mortara's gone all the way around. Here's the energy remaining. Buemi has slightly more than Sam Bird up at the front. That could be crucial. Sims doesn't have much at all, really, compared to everybody else. And once again, we'll see if Gunther can get going, or whether that will necessitate a full course yellow or safety car.
I'm sure I heard some contact through the trackside cameras, and then the next thing we see them spinning around.
So here's Buemi, race leader. Bird chasing him down. Buemi in the silver Nissan, Sam Bird in the purple Envision Virgin Racing car, which has an Audi powertrain behind it, or in it, obviously. At the back of it, that's the phrase.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, good. Here's what happened with Eduardo Mortara. That's Sims. Oh, that was weird.
There's not really any defending that one.
Peter, but midpoint of the court, they both braked to the same point. And then
you can't just shove the guy.
No, I'm not saying go Sims,
yeah,
but it was a weird one, you know?
He's like, yeah. Sure. That's the words that Mortara will use.
Yeah. do a full 360 and only lose 2 places, though.
Yeah, but he's going to have the red mist like you cannot believe now, isn't he?
Yeah.
That Sims, I'm going to be looking in the mirrors going, oh no, there he is.
And he's got all the in-laws here as well this weekend. Eduardo Mortari, his wife's from Santiago.
Are we going to have a full course yellow here?
He hasn't made much progress, has he? Meanwhile, grid progress-wise, Robin Franks has made the most. He's made up 7 places and is now up into 8th position. Lucas de Grassi
someone went around.
Oh yeah, and
Another
round
dragon.
goes Lopez. Jose Maria Lopez has been sent spinning too at the hairpin.
With yellow flags, that's a bit naughty.
Yeah, that's true. Unless the...
This is race control. We're going to have a full course yellow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow, full course yellow.
So Scott Elkins, the race director, down in the bottom right there, with his hand on the button to call the full course yellow.
The full course yellow, they're going around now at pace car speed, so they can't close up the gaps to the car in front. It is within Scott Elkins' remit. He can close them all up if he decides it's the thing to do, but otherwise everybody runs around at pace car speed, 50 kilometers an hour, pit lane speed, sorry, and so there's no advantage to be gained. I thought, well, this will save the guy's energy, it'll help the situation out, but what they actually said was it could make it heat soak worse going under slower speeds.
Oh, that's interesting.
And could heat the battery up even more.
So here's Jose Maria Lopez. What happened to him at the hairpin? Is he getting de Grassi?
No!
Need a lift?
Yeah, well that allowed Vern to get back in front, sorry, Lotterer to get in front of de Grassi.
Do you want to see what the back of a dragon car looks like? Oh, no, that is from the dragon. Oh, there we are.
Attention all teams, this is race control. Full course yellow ending in 5.
Okay, so we're not bunching up, we're just going racing again. Bird is right behind Buemi.
Green flag.
Green flag. Bird floors it, tries to get past and nearly does so on the straight. One way, the other, can't do it.
This might be the time to use your attack mode. No.
Not if you're Buemi, but maybe if you were Bird.
That's what I was talking, yeah. Sorry, if you're Bird, that was maybe the time, but he might want to keep it in hand. Just in case there's another full course yellow or safety car.
A bird in the hand.
I thought
or
that.
something.
Didn't say it, Jack.
Well, it doesn't quite work, that's why.
You can always count on Jack to say it.
Thanks for that, I think. Evans is slowing. Van Dorn's in trouble. Stoffel Van Dorn in the HWA. He's in trouble.
Look at the front of the car. The whole front wing assembly is missing.
Boat ends, boat ends.
Didn't quite hear what he said there.
Both ends, I think.
Both ends. So someone's gone into the back of him and the front of him. Van Dorn, after a strong race, is sliding down the order as we've seen all too often for the last 2 years.
Now, I know we've talked about the heat a lot, but if I'm Sam Bird, I don't want to be running behind Sebastian Buemi too long because it's going to be less cool there. I just got in the marbles, Jack. Oh yes, that's a big hit.
Both ends, the side, the top, the bottom. Tell you what, Van Boost is becoming a bit of a jinx. Stoffel Van Dorn wins it every race.
He was narrow, he shallowed up the entry,
yeah.
He defended on entry, and just... Now, is that the track breaking up though? Some breakup of the asphalt.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. The other HWA, meanwhile, one's in the wall, the other's got a drive-through penalty for maximum power overuse. Gary Paffett using more than the allowed
Look
power.
at that, on the outside of the track, you'd have to say that's the asphalt.
That's the tarmac, isn't it? Oh wow, so that's not marbles, that is just,
right.
and that's the rattling you can hear.
Yeah, it's the aggregate.
The Costa. Van Boost.
Yeah, he is, where is the Costa? At the 19th, he's not even on the tower on the left-hand side. So
teams, this is race control.
He's using it
full course yellow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow, full course yellow.
They've got
another full course yellow.
Yep.
Everybody slows down. And that's why we need some more martial action to run in and grab all the bits of HWA that Stoffel Van Dorn has put in the wall.
To go back to my thought of Bird and Buemi,
yes.
You wouldn't want to sit too close to Buemi if you're Bird because there's less cold air getting into your radiators.
Yeah.
Heats everything up again, so you want to be in clean air. It gives you that small advantage. The difference between success and failure here is tiny.
There's a look at the crowd Bob was talking about earlier. Absolutely ginormous all the way around the circuit. And
you notice they come to their feet every time a group of cars go by.
Yeah,
you can see Van Dorn just enters a little tighter, tries to keep the speed up through the middle, understeers onto the marbles. and into the wall. Now, we saw Van Dorn limping round and he held the leaders up in turn 13. That allowed Bird and Pascal Wehrlein to close right up behind Sebastian Buemi.
Race over, Stoffel Van Dorn. There's no repairing that one. Well, they can put a new front wing on it, but some of the rear elements is damaged.
Look at the right front suspension, Jack. That is a polished shit.
Oh, look, you can see actually the wishbone's dangling down, isn't it?
Again, he's kind of offline a bit, and the car just understeers. That's a helpless feeling. He should take his hands off the wheel.
Racing back underway, the top three right together. Buemi, Bird and Wehrlein all nose to tail as they come through the chicane.
And the drivers are going to be extra careful now to stay on line because of those marbles on the outside. And we see Bird right under the rear diffuser of Sebastian Buemi. Lost a bit on exit though. I thought he was setting him up to pass him into 12.
They've all got one attack mode remaining. Crucially, Buemi has a fan boost as well.
It could be crucial, you're absolutely right. Bird's right on him though, Jack. Is he going to dive down into 13?
He's the late darter, is Sam Bird. That's his trademark overtake. Buemi goes in so deep. They all keep together. Still 17 minutes plus 1 lap to go. On board we are with Pascal Wehrlein in 3rd place.
Wehrlein kind of dropped out of turn 14 as he accelerated away.
They're coming up behind Antonio Felix da Costa, who's just cruising around out his shenanigans earlier on. Apt in 5th, Mortara doing a great job in 6th, Freit 7th, Evans 8th, Roland 9th, Glotter a 10th. Degrassi's got up to 11th from the back of the grid.
To your point, Sims has used a lot of energy.
You have the same energy as Buemi. Wehrlein has 1% more.
Stephen Lane telling Sam Bird the state of play, and that is you've got a bit more energy than Buemi, so you can have a go.
And he's reading that off the TV screen. We're providing the team because they don't have access to that information otherwise. And if you're Sam Bird right now, you've got to be so careful when you attempt to make this pass.
Blue 7871, green 3689.
Onto the brakes, into the left-hander of turn 13 and back into the hairpins. Wehrlein's dropped back actually quite a bit.
Here comes Bird. No. Blocked the rears when he tried.
That's squirrely, yeah.
See him doing it in this last corner. I just think it's too tight on entry. The track narrows down as you enter turn 14.
You know,
locked up. Bird locked up.
Nice and smooth, mate. Nice and smooth.
Good idea, Laney.
Right 197.
Engineer's a smart man. He can see what's going on.
A lot of the drivers in the paddock will tell you, if you see Sam Bird behind you, you know he's going for something at some point. He is not timid when it comes to overtaking the 32-year-old Englishman.
He's got this brilliant style the way he does it though. As you say, it's like almost that lunge, and before you know it, he's alongside you on the brakes.
Called him a veteran yesterday. Didn't like it.
Buemi's in!
Buemi's in the wall! Bird's in the lead!
Buemi, they just got on the marbles, and listen, you can hear the front wing vibrating. Buemi's going to have to come in and change that wing.
Wehrlein into 2nd place, and also the front suspension is going to be stuck for Buemi. Buemi crashed in practice earlier on. Apologies for the French language if you know what that means. He's got to stop the car. It's shedding debris all over the circuit.
The problem here, Jack, is if that wing gets caught under those wheels, he's going to lose his front brakes and steering. Comes Sims passing him now.
Stays on the racing line.
You can change the front wing in sort of 10 seconds or so.
And then practice it, as long as it's not broken any of the mounts.
Yeah.
If it's broken any of the fasteners or mounts, he's in trouble. But that is everybody's under that same. And Da Costa is going to. No, I thought he was going to go on the inside and block his pit entry. That's your problem. The tightrope just got narrower with all the marbles on the track.
15 minutes plus 1 lap to go, and Sam Bird is now in the lead of the Santiago E-Prix. Buemi comes into the pits having led from pole position. He slithered into the wall at the chicane.
Left front suspension's broken, Jack. Look how buckled the wheel is. The left front suspension wheel is broken.
They're taking one look.
Yeah, he's done. He sent him back out with the damage to that left front. The steering rack, you can see the play in the rack as well, so it's damaged a lot of parts.
Here's a look at the replay at the chicane.
And he just starts to lock up. This is where he crashed this morning.
Yeah.
Slightly offline, look,
he's
locks
locked up. Yeah, he's too fast.
Yeah.
He's just taking too much speed in.
And that's all she wrote. Once you're on those marbles, it's literally hitting ice, and there's not a thing you can do apart from take your hands off the wheel. Look at the tyre marks across the marble, plowing through the marble.
Here's another look at it.
Ah, tough save for the Nissan. Damn, guys, that...
Sebastian Buemi climbs out of his car. No points for the Swiss driver, having started from pole position and leading the race. Bird takes attack mode. 1.6 seconds clear now of Pascal Wehrlein. There's Mitch Evans and Robin Freins doing battle over 6th place. Daniel Abt goes through attack mode as well. Evans is in attack mode in that Jaguar at the back there that we're looking at now. But only for another 2 minutes or so, as we are looking back from Robin Freins in 6th.
I would be following the leader through this bit, knowing what we just saw happen to Buemi, and then looking to make the pass into 12 again. Or 13 if you can't get it done.
Oh, he's locked it, Mitch Evans! Oh.
Yeah, look at the marbles. You can't do that. You can't go offline in those points. You're risking everything. This is the point. Let's see if you can do the crossover.
Lock up from Freins. On board again with Evans. Does he fancy the inside here, Evans?
It's too far back, LeJac. Can't do the crossover again.
Couldn't get on the power. Freins hung around on the apex.
Yeah, Freins was straighter coming off the corner. That allowed him to put the power down quicker. A little bit of attack mode, Jack. He's got to use it now. Time is counting down.
Freins covers. Evans commits.
Oh, that was a late defense again from Robin Freins. This is where you can't get frustrated. If you're Mitch Evans, don't get frustrated. You've got 20 seconds to go, but you could throw everything away here by making a sort of a hothead move.
Byrne is in the pits and out of the race. Jean-Eric Byrne has retired from this race. In the pits, he's out, Buemi's out, Van Dorn, Gunter, Massa and Dillman. Last year was a race of attrition in Santiago as well. This one even more so.
Evans is out of attack mode, Jack. One of the ways you can sort of help yourself is by using more curb at the apexes of these corners with all the marbles on them. That gives you more of a margin for error. You see Wehrlein goes around a very nice race. 1.4 seconds behind Sam Bird.
19.37.
Copy.
Here they come over the start-finish straight again. D'Ambrosio is under investigation for an infringement under full course yellow.
As we were fighting with Freins.
Just trying to hear the team radio. It's Mitch Evans talking to Josep Roca about the fight with Freins. But Sam Bird it is who's out in front.
Sims is 1.3 seconds back. We'll see Jean-Eric Byrne. Nothing to see apart from the car getting pushed back into the garage.
Yeah.
Was that to do with the incident turn 14 when he got...
He didn't seem to get a huge amount of damage though, did he? Oh, he spun. Or something's gone wrong on the car. That's an odd place to spin.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Let's get on board. Now he got off line onto the marbles again.
He hasn't hit anything. Maybe it's just that's enough. Da Costa's decided that's enough as well. So we're down to 15 runners from 22 starters.
And key people. I mean, Jerome D'Ambrosio, the points leader, out of the points right now. Da Costa, Byrne, out of the race entirely.
The championship is going to look a lot different tonight.
Daniel Abt on fan boost goes to the outside of Alexander Sims, and Sims holds on. Sims holds on to that third position now.
He's got him offline though, Jack. This is what happened with Stoffel Van Dorn, but yeah, look how much Abt had to slow down.
Yeah.
Heads up driving from Abt though that he slowed down enough not to crash.
Jerome D'Ambrosio, as I said, under investigation for full course yellow. Same is true of Jean-Eric Byrne, but he's out of the race. Daniel Abt tried to use his fan boost then to get through, not quite able to do so. And Alexander Sims, in all of that, is on for a podium finish.
Did you just say that?
Oh, come on, I have to say the positions they're in, even if it curses them all.
Yeah, he's currently running third. Look at Sam Bird's head as he goes over those concrete blocks. You can see the reaction he's having. They were saying at full qualifying part it was actually difficult to see turn 1. The bumps were so extreme and such high frequency as they approached turn 1.
This would be a huge boost to Sam Bird in the championship. He comes in 6th place, tied on 18 points with his teammate Robin Kreintz at 25 for the victory. He would move to the lead in the championship unofficially right now. The bonus point for fast lap currently in the hands of Daniel Abt.
We're looking at 8 minutes 40 plus 1 lap to the end of the race. If you're Sam Bird, you've got to keep focus forward and inch perfect, because if you are a centimetre offline, you're going to be in trouble. I see Mortara and French both activated attack mode. D'Ambrosio has activated fan boost.
And they are right together, Mortara and Freitz, for 5th position, absolutely nose to tail.
That's what I want to see, because those are two fairly aggressive.
Absolutely. There's Bird, then it's Furline behind, and then Alexander Sims, fairly lonely really in 3rd place. There is Sims coming out of the 13 now, and then keep an eye out behind them, because well, Abt is fairly lonely too, but it's Mortara and Freitz who are separated by just 0.2 of a second as they come through the middle sector, both in attack mode, as Sam Bird comes across the line to complete the 28th lap of racing. 7 minutes 40 seconds plus 1 lap to go. Verline though behind. Here we go. Here's the action.
This is what we wanted to see.
Mortara, Freitz, Evans, Lotterer, all together. Mortara, Freitz, Evans, Lotterer, Gary Praffit, that is, moving out of the way because he is a lapped car after serving a drive-through penalty. Look at the front of Lotterer's Techeetah.
Look at the back of Lotterer's Techeetah.
Degrassi's under investigation now for causing a collision.
Who did he hit?
Remind me. Whoa, here comes Freitz, side by side. He's going to be pushed into the wall almost.
Oh, that was a bit wrong.
Mortara is a tough operator.
And Mortara hit the wall. Yeah, Mortara hit the tyres on the inside of the chicane.
Give me some rule, man. Give me some rule.
You can't do that. Mortara is completely out of order in that one.
Freitz is going to feel angry. Oh, and he's going to go straight on the 13.
He's let his anger get the best of him, Jack.
And he has to defend now from Mitch Evans after those two battled for so long.
Here comes Lotterer.
Lotterer locks it up. Oh, he hits Freitz, but they manage to keep going. And Evans is in there too in the Jaguar side by side towards the final corner.
Evans' biggest job is trying to get the lock in the steering to get through the hairpin from the inside. Manages it just fine. Look at the damage to the nose of Lotterer's car.
Use energy to overtake. Use energy to overtake. You have more.
Verline uses his final attack mode now with 6 minutes plus 1 lap to go. And now Degrassi is on the attack trying to pass Lopez. Lock up, straight on. And is Degrassi going to lose a place there? No, not quite. Turvey was too far behind to take advantage of that. He's about 9 seconds behind.
Let's think about the temperature, who's struggling, and they're going to have to start thinking about the battery temperatures. Are they? Is anybody in trouble with that? If they are, we'll see it pretty quickly. It'll be pretty apparent. Verline using all the road and a big slide out of turn 12.
Bird leads the way. Verline in 2nd place.
If you're Verline, you're a good chunk ahead of Alexander Sim.
Yep.
Just kind of finish the race here. If he's got to finish the race, to try and attack Sam Bird, you're going to end up in trouble.
Oh,
so Mortara makes a mistake and then just drives Freitz into the wall. That is really not on. And then hits the tires in the apex.
Yeah, that's a bit of a harsh one. And then that's where he went on deep at turn 13. This is a replay on board with Degrassi. Goes to the outside of Lopez.
Just not going to happen. There's nothing else to say with that. Especially a guy like Lopez, who is one of the more aggressive drivers out there.
Right, where are we at? Sam Bird is leading the Santiago E-Prix, but he's just 0.8 of a second ahead of Verline, who has got 3 more minutes of attack mode and more usable energy.
Okay, Dilbach says he's happy with his position, so just...
There we go, hey, Dilbach and I finished.
Dilbach Gill, the team bottom Mahindra, saying, I'm happy with this, he's happy with this position.
Yeah, where you are, yeah. Everyone wants to win, but
he can't, he's got
to. You're not going to win.
He's going for it, isn't he?
Looks like it right now, but he has also got attack mode, so he's got a good chunk more power available than the car in front, Sam Bird.
Remember, earlier in the weekend, Dilbach Gill said, I want Pascal to go out there and just compete. Just go out there and get...
Here he comes, down
defensive from Sam Bird.
towards turn 1. Bird in the middle of the track.
Bird's out of position though for the braking zone of turn 2, Jack, so he's going to have to slow down to get the car back into line before he gets into the marble.
We know that Sam Bird can defend, we've seen it time after time, but Pascal Wehrlein has used his attack modes well and has more power for the next 2 minutes compared to the race leader.
Look at the mess. Oh. To finish the point, Dilbach-Gill doesn't want Pascal Wehrlein to compete door to door, as it were, with other drivers. He wants him to get seat time.
Well, I think he'd prefer him to win too, but I think he realizes the risk reward.
But there's only 3.5 minutes to go. He's had the seat time. Here he comes now, looking to the outside. This is going to be a brave one at 13. Can't get it done.
Well, hang on, it's not over yet. Bird hasn't got into the corner.
Made a mistake. Made a mistake.
He got onto the marbles again, but he dealt with it well. He didn't continue to lock up into the wall.
But he's in his final minute of attack mode now, Pascal Wehrlein. In a minute, you'll see the running clock start when he's got 30 seconds to go.
Second call.
Out onto the start-finish straight again.
5, 8, Fox 8.
Last chance, last chance.
Last chance is the message from Pau Riviera, his race engineer.
He's telling him to get after it. Well, and Dilbach's saying, no. So the big boss is saying, let's just take it easy here.
Right, Jerome's not going to get us many points. You got to get us what we're going to go away from Santiago with.
Roland's in the wall. That's coming out of turn 3 into 4, I think.
Turn 5.
Might be 5.
5, yes.
So Roland, who was running well, is now out. Lotter is under investigation for overtaking under yellow flag, but it's nose to tail for the lead. Wehrlein now is out of attack mode. So if he's going to pass Bird in these final 2 minutes plus 1 lap, it's got to be done in the old-fashioned way in a motor race.
And we have seen Bird defend for a whole race before in the old format. So Sam Bird knows how to get the job done. If we hear from Dilbach, if we hear that, hey, just do what you're told. Another mistake. That would be the sort of the ultimate sort of just do what you're told thing for Wehrlein. But I love seeing this rookie attacking. It's brilliant.
Yeah, wonderful stuff.
What a great job he's done. He's trying to get some cool air to the radiator. That's why he's pulling out to one side, trying to cool down.
He's got more usable energy, and we've only got maybe 2 or 3 laps to go.
Yeah, but if the battery temperature is critical, it becomes a problem.
Yeah. I think we've got 3 laps to go if my maths works out. We'll have this one, then another, then plus 1 lap.
I think you might be right, Jack, but you and I do maths. It's not a good thing.
Nope.
Bird is not afraid of attacking the 6-7 chicane, even though we've seen the previous leader heading out of the race. And Samber's right behind him when it happened. Sebastian Buemi hit the wall there. Oh, Wehrlein's going offline again, which is maybe not the smart move through the kink of turn 11 because you get onto the marbles. Bodywork lying on the inside of the track. Oh, look, Wehrlein catching an oversteer on the brake wall.
Look how much usable energy Mortara has remaining as well. Way more than anyone else. Bird and Price here, 8% and 9%, the least of anyone. They're going to be a bit touch and go, aren't they?
Have they kind of started battling themselves and taking their eye off the big prize, the end of the race? It's pointless leading, 2 laps to go and then, not finishing. Now Sam starts to slow down. Look at the lap time, 1:12.5 laps, 13.2. So they're starting to slow down. 14.6 for Pascal Wehrlein. I think he's in trouble.
I think he is. He's dropping back from Sam Bird.
And Sam Bird is being told on the radio, we think Wehrlein has big temperature problems. Lotterer, I think, has dropped back as well on that last lap. It was Bird's engineer that told Bird that. Robin Freit's coming down. He's crabbing a bit, isn't he? His car's not looking right, but he's still running in 6th place.
I think everybody's slowing down a little bit here.
Yellow flag out there somewhere.
Turn 4, same spot from before. It's the same spot.
Oh, okay. So this is the penultimate lap of the race. Lopez past Evans now.
09. Is it stabilizing temperature?
Yes. But keep doing this.
But he also has 8 seconds. Ahead of Sim. So
what's the gap behind?
8 seconds. More than 8 seconds is enough.
What a podium this could turn out to be.
Bring the car home.
Okay, we're the voice of God.
There it is. Second father says,
starting final lap.
I control the keys to your race car.
Last lap coming up for Sam Bird.
As far forward on PB as you can.
Keep an eye on your temperature.
Yes, I am.
This is a bring it home moment for those guys that got the gap.
So Stephen Lane saying to Bird, keep an eye on your temperature. true. He's got to keep an eye on his energy as well.
Yeah, he's only got 4%.
You've got a big gap, save energy.
You've got a big gap, save energy. He can just back off Sandberg to get to the end of this E-Prix.
Double yellows, turn 4.
He's got to have to, isn't he? That is critical.
So big lifts, mate. Keep
Those
big lifts.
numbers drop up and down.
Get it home.
Oh, he's lifting now. He's going to have to nurse it home just to get the energy.
Absolutely cruising.
Gap 5 seconds. Gap
Running out of energy.
Blue 7919.
Nerves for Sylvain Philippe.
High temperature 6702 green, 131 white.
And he's got to drive the car while reading all these numbers out.
Copy. Gap 5.4. Bring it home, mate. 5.4.
Two corners left for Sandberg. He's got 3% remaining. That should be enough in Santiago. Through the left-hander he comes. The Chilean fans that have turned out in their thousands are getting to their feet, starting to applaud, because Sandberg, who started in 4th on the grid, comes through the final corner now, and he's going to take victory in Santiago when he gets to the line.
New in-lap procedure. New in-lap procedure.
Victory for Bird in Santiago.
Keep an eye on the dash.
And a brilliant job from Pascal Wehrlein.
Yes,
and Alexander Sims. 2 rookies on the podium.
2 first-year drivers on the podium. How about that?
That's awesome. Awesome. Please keep an eye on your dash, please. End of race cut if you need it. New in-lap procedure. Remember, the new in-lap procedure still applies. Brakes. Keep an eye on it.
So new in-lap procedure is the brakes problem that Lucas de Grassi got done for, but Sam Bird takes the win.
Shall we speak to him?
Yeah,
Let's
see what
have
he's
a
got
word.
to say.
Sam Bird, congratulations. That was a bit of a nail-biter at the end.
Yes, sir! Woohoo! That was really tough, you know, the tarmac's breaking up. Well, what can I say? Well done, team.
You didn't put a foot wrong, and it was easy to go slightly offline and end your day.
Oh, no, I did. I made a major mistake into 12. I thought the race might be over, but I corrected it, kept my cool. Oh,
don't tell us
well
that.
done.
We didn't see it.
Yeah, I had my heart in my mouth, Dario. Wow.
Congratulations.
A really good drive from Sam Bird. Robin Freitz, to be fair, 6th place for him, having started in 15th, is a good effort. Alexander Sims. Lucas de Grassi has just been given a 10-second stop-and-go time penalty, which has been converted to a time penalty for causing a collision, so I don't think he'll score any points. Sam Bird, with a new move, takes victory in Santiago. Drive-through penalty converted to time penalty for Alexander Sims for hitting Eduardo Mortara.
Yep.
I mean, they're both on the brakes. They're halfway through the corner. Oh, come on. When you're getting rammed or you're super late on the brakes at the hairpin and you're just out of control, locked up, ploughing into someone, fine. Anyway, it's a good job Dario's not here because he'd disagree with me probably.
Unofficial results of the race. Sam Bird, career win number 8, as Jack mentioned. Pascal Wehrlein, from the depths of despair in Marrakesh, comes up to stand on the 2nd step of the podium for Mahindra. Daniel Abt takes the place of Daniel Sims, who was penalized. Eduardo Mortara, who's the man Sims allegedly ran into. Jose Maria Lopez has now been relocated in 10th spot. Nelson Piquet, 11th, followed by Lucas de Grassi, Andre Lauderer, and so on. Notice all those drivers not classified. 15th through 22nd.
Yeah, that was intense. The track was breaking up, something nasty, but we managed it well. Shame for Seb, because it could have been a great fight. I felt like I had the edge on him on pace, so I felt like I was the hunter and he was the hunted, but amazing from the team, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling, but I'm also a bit sad because I think we could have won today, but the team told me I have to slow down. We are crucial on temperatures for the batteries, so yeah, I was saving energy at the beginning. I was so fast in the end, so yeah, I know I should be happy, but yeah, I want to win.
So those are 2 of the podium finishers. But for Sebastian Buemi, this was so nearly a race win, snatched away in Santiago.
It looks like something was wrong with the brakes, and yeah, basically it pushed me off. And then once I was on those little stones, I basically couldn't really brake. Yeah. I try to take the positive out of today, because clearly when you have pole position, you are leading most of the race. We were quick, so you know we have a massive improvement compared to the first race in Riyadh where we were really slow. Now we were one of the quickest in the race, so I try to take the positive out of that and come back stronger in Mexico.
A look at the Drivers' Championship now. Sam Bird with that 1-point margin over Jerome D'Ambrosio, and then 3 drivers on 28 points. DaCosta, Kreintz, Verne, then Mitch Evans on 22 for Jaguar. Daniel F just a point behind him. Android Lauderer another 2 points back. 1 point further back, Pascal Wehrlein after his big day. Alexander Sims and Sebastian Buemi round out the top 11. In the Teams Championship, Envision Virgin goes to the top, displacing DS Techeetah. Mahindra also goes by Techeetah. BMW i Andretti Motorsport in 4th, and Audi Sport Abt Schaeffler moving up to 5th.
The first double non-point score for DS Techeetah since May 2017 in Paris. They've had at least 1 car in the points every race since then until today. And up. Nearly crashes at the final hurdle.
Step ladder.
And there is the winner's trophy. Andres Chadwick, the Minister of Interior, hands over the trophy to Sam Bird, who wins in Santiago and moves to the top of the championship. He almost looks like he can't believe he's won. Bam! There she goes.
That's 3 different winners from 3 different teams after just 3 rounds of this incredible Formula E season. Join us next time when we'll be in Mexico City to conclude our Latin American adventure. Until then, for Jack Nichols, Dario Franchitti, Nikki Shields, and me, Bob Varsha, we'll see you then.
Yes, boys! Come on!